In 2013, when PTA was still a student in the university, there comes a time in his life he knew God would have him do some certain things in the area of giving. Immediately he got his 10,000 naira pocket money for that particular month. He was not ready to hear anything because he knows God will have him give it. At that initial stage, he was not ready to give all the money. He will quickly go to where he will buy something that he will not buy on a normal day. It's simply because this 10,000 naira monthly ought to sustain him for 1 month. So he do manage it meticulously. He does 101, meaning he eats breakfast, no lunch, and eats dinner. Or 011, meaning he eats only lunch and dinner, no breakfast. He cannot do 111, meaning eating 3 square meals. If he does, before the end of the month, he will find himself doing 001, meaning eating only dinner, no lunch, no breakfast. Or doing 000, meaning drinking only water throughout the day. With this in his mind, he was not willing to give God all the money. On that fateful day, when he was on his way to go get his exotic drink, he told himself that, let me first of all enjoy myself before God will come and have the remaining one. While he was on his way back to the hostel, after he had finished drinking the exotic drink, the Lord spoke to him in his heart that it is hard for you to kick against the bricks. That word really sank his heart. Really felt so down that day. And he said this short prayer: Father, if you know it is you truly, let somebody give me the money I've spent. Because he had already spent about 1,500 naira out of the entire money. And lo and behold, someone came to him like, Pastor, I want to bless you with this money. And it was the exact money he spent. And immediately he took the money and gave it to the Lord. That same month was the month he had more than enough, and he was able to give out. I know somebody watching asking this question in his or her mind that, how did that happen? The way God did it was that the mother of his roommate, who is in his 30s, brought food stuff like rice, beans, yam, spaghetti, and every ingredient to cook the food. Since PTA have been the one most of the time used to help this roommate to cook food. So immediately they brought the food. The roommate beckoned on him, was like, Pastor, they brought food stuff home. I don't know how to cook. Do you want? PTA with a smiling face, with affirmative yes, and he said to him that, don't worry, I will cook and we'll share together. That same afternoon, the roommate handed over the key to his locker to PTA. PTA was surprised, simply because before then, this very roommate is a stingy guy. He was so stingy that they call him area father. To top it and crown it all, the guy said, we are not going to cook this afternoon. He took him out, he bought food, and they eat together. God is good. 3 points I want us to pick from this story. 1, mercy of God. It is the mercy of God that insisted on him, that made God spoke to him in that figurative way. That means it is futile and ultimately self-defeating, resisting God's guidance and truth. The same word that God used for Saul in Acts chapter 36 verse 14 when he was on his way to Damascus, that was the word God used for PTA. When mercy of God insists on you, despite everything you are doing, you frustrate his mercy over you, he will still insist on you. That's why every Christian, no matter how tiresome you are when it comes to prayer, no matter how low you are that you don't know the next prayer point to pray, you see prayer of mercy. You cannot pray a mercy. Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Over your business, your marriage, your children, your academics, your finance, the leaders of your country, your parents, anything. That's why he said in his word that I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy on, and compassion on whom I will have compassion on. When God chooses to have mercy on you, you may not know the efficacy of that mercy immediately, but at the long run, you will like, it is the mercy of God that has been on my matter all these years. The second point I want us to pick is that prompt obedience. When God formed the money, immediately he obeyed the instruction. Oftentimes, people don't obey God's instruction until Matthew chapter 5 verse 3, the Message translation, happened to them. And you don't have to wait till it happened to you before you obey God's instruction. He said you are blessed when you are at the end of the rope. with less of you is more of God and his word. You don't need to get to the end of the road before you are obedient to God's instruction. Because if God could not make you to obey, life challenges will make you obey, and it will leave you with scars. And these scars will not go away. Why journey your life with scars when you can journey it by simply obeying the instruction of God? Bible said obedience is better than sacrifice. God may be telling you that that person that offended you several years ago, forgive the person. But you choose not to forgive. You started fasting and praying. If you like, fast from now till 2050. If the instruction is forgive and you did not forgive, you are just wasting your time. You are wasting your time and effort. God laid it in your heart to give towards maybe a project, a building, or give to somebody that is less privileged. Instead of you doing that, you kept on going from one program to the other. All these things are good, but once you have a specific instruction, whether you understand it or not, just obey. Once you are sure it is God that is speaking to you, you don't need to understand. If anybody comes out now and say, me, I fully understand the ways of God, the person is deceiving his or herself. You find him, but you cannot see the root of him. That is who we are serving. The Bible said we know in parts. Any part he revealed to you is the one he reveals to you. So prompt obedience is very important. Are you a student, businesswoman, marketwoman, anything you are doing? Once God said, do this thing, carry out the instruction. And don't think you are the only one God is talking to. He's talking to thousands and millions of his children. It is the first person to carry out the instruction that it will not look like, this person is the one that is doing well. Just like the water that the angel used to stir, the first person to enter, get him. That is how it is sometimes with God, that the first person to carry out the instruction he gave, the person that looks like that is blossoming or thriving in that particular thing he told the person to do. Delay obedience is still the same as disobedience. Okay, God told you, leave that place now, leave that organization now. You did not leave immediately, now left later. It is still disobedience. Look at the children of Israel. When the pillar of fire was guiding them and the cloud also was guiding them, when God said move, if they are still standing where they are standing, what is not expected to happen may eventually happen. So when God say move, you move. When he says stand, you stand. When he say move, you are still standing there. It's a problem. That is why it's good to hear God progressively. And there's no way you can hear God progressively if you don't stay in his presence, if you don't dwell in the presence. That's why I said, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. When you always stay there, you always dwell there, you don't just visit secret place, you stay there. He tells you, okay, my daughter, I told you to do this before. Okay, no, I'm not going that route again. I want you to do it like this. My son, okay, I told you to do this yesterday. I'm not going this route again. I want you to go this route. Listen to God progressively. Because it is when you listen to him progressively, you'll be able to carry out the instructions immediately he gives them to you. So prompt obedience is very important. The third point is that God rewards in unexpected ways using unlikely channels. They told him that that stingy guy would be of help to him. He may not believe it. God is not man. You may be thinking it's one brother that is in London or one person that is in so place. God may use somebody you are not familiar with, somebody you don't like. Maybe the best thing God will use for you. Look at the story in 2 Kings chapter 7, verse 3 to 10. How God used the 4 men with leprosy to save those people in that city. Those lepers were definitely sent out of the city because people with leprosy cannot live with people without leprosy. Those that sent them out did not know it's their helper they sent out. But when God will bring out his glory, he used those that were sent out to bring testimony to the city. The Bible said he uses the foolish things of this world to confirm the wise. You too, maybe God wants to use somebody that you did not even know to help you, but your mind is on that person that have promised you something. That's not faith. God is a miraculous God. Just follow him through and he will come to you in a way that you yourself you did not expect. That at the end of the day you say, indeed, this can only be God. So I want to believe we picked 1 or 2 points from this story. And which of the 3 points stood out for you the most? You can drop them in the comment section. Until I come your way next time, my name is Falakemi. Bye.